Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. On behalf of Saline River Farms, welcome to the construction site. And we want to first start out with thanking probably the most important people here, and that's Pepsi for the refreshments. So thanks a lot for the water and the soda. My name is Brent Clark, and I'm representing our business partners here this morning. They're with us on stage, and we'll introduce them in just a moment. But we have some elected officials with us here in the audience that are very important in making projects like this happen in our state. Not elected, but appointed, but used to be elected, Deputy Governor Andy Menard, a friend of Southern Illinois. Representative Benhorst, Representative Severin, and Representative Jacobs, right on the front row, dead center. We have our local county support here, County Commissioners Jim Marlowe, Jim Razor, and Tim Atkinson. I see those guys, our county engineer Travis Emery. We have several mayors with us, Mayor Frattini, Mayor Absher, Mayor Morrow, Creel Springs, Heron, and Marion, and Mayor from Sesser. Hey, how about that? All right, good to see you guys. Our construction team is here, Ross Construction, Dunleavy Construction and Consulting, Brian Ziegler, one of our engineers, and Rodney Potts, another engineer. You guys, thank you for everything you're doing for us. We would not be able to pull this project off without our friends in labor. We have a project labor agreement. In fact, I'm holding a copy of it in my hands. We signed this back in April, and Tate Wright delivered me a countersigned copy today. And he signed it a day after I gave it to him in April, but neither one were worried about it, and we have a PLA on this project from beginning to end. So I want to thank the Egyptian building trades, the laborers, operators, plumbers and pipe fitters, electricals and sheet metal workers. Thank you for everything you've done to get us to this point. We also have some industry experts with us that will be instrumental in helping support this plan as we go forward with the Illinois Beef Association, Josh St. Peters and Dave Duzon, right here on the front row. The Pork Association, Lance Martin, and the corn growers, Brad Stotler. Thanks, guys, for coming. We started working on this project 36 months ago, so think back August of 2020, right during the height of the global pandemic. And we got into it because during that point in the pandemic, Illinois producers, some of us are producers, were facing a shortage of capacity to process our beef and our pork as they were coming ready to go to market. And even to this day, we're still facing that national shortage, regional shortage. It still takes about a year to get a place in the processing line to have something done. So that was the genesis of this project getting started. This processing plant is strategically located in a position that will benefit Midwestern producers and will intercept a bunch of cattle. And when I say bunch, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of head of cattle that are coming out of the southeastern part of the United States every day, going to the western and the northern states for finishing. And they're coming right by us, right out here on I-57. So we're going to be strategically located to lower the transportation costs of those cattle, reduce that cost for those producers, and get that beef and that pork into the food supply chain at a quicker pace. To get to this point, we have received enormous support from our local, our regional, our state, and our national partners. Many of them are here with us today. And we also wouldn't have gotten here without a strong group of business owners. And I want to introduce the business owners of Saline River Farms. Steve Fowler is with us, Dave Jones, Peter, and myself. The four of us have met ad nauseum, and most people would have given up by now, and we can tell you without equivocation why there aren't more plants built. These are complicated, logistically complicated, and expensive. And without their dedication to this project, we wouldn't be here. I want to specifically thank our governor for the confidence and support that he's thrown behind this project from day one when we first contacted his office about helping make this an integral part of the industry in Illinois. We appreciate your commitment and your support for agribusiness in Illinois and for your vision and support of our vision for what this facility can do for our state. This summer, I have been asked, basically all summer, hey, when are you guys going to do your groundbreaking? And most of you will remember we had this scheduled for a mild April day last spring. But the weather that day was predicted not to be reflective of good old Southern Illinois weather. We wanted to wait till it warmed up. So once we saw the heat dome moving into the Midwest, we knew the time was right. And it was time for a groundbreaking with air you can wear, as Jim Razor coined so many years ago. So we quickly called the governor's office and said, hey, would you be able to come down and join us? And here we are today, ready to do this. Governor, thank you for agreeing to be a part of this today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a huge welcome to the great governor of the great state of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker.
Well, thank you very much, Brent. And I think you planned it on a day like this because people would like to see me melt right here on the stage. But it's actually not so bad right here in the shade. So we'll try to make this relatively quick for everybody. But I have to say, I'm just so thrilled to be here in Creel Springs, and the people that are here, those of you in the audience, people on the stage here, a lot of people had a big hand in making this happen. And honestly, it does take a community, a village, as they say, to make something like this occur. And I'm so pleased and proud. And I'm thrilled to be here on stage with our Lieutenant Governor, Juliana Stratton, with our Department of Agriculture Director, Jerry Costello, USDA's Illinois Director, Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan, Senator Dale Fowler, Representative Dave Severin, I want to recognize you, and Representative Jacobs, Representative Windhorse, thank you for your partnership and helping to make things like this occur for Southern Illinois. Our labor leaders who are here in the audience and have been vitally important to this endeavor, and of course all the community members that have joined us. We're here today to celebrate a groundbreaking that is truly groundbreaking. As we're all aware, supply chain disruptions that occurred over the last few years hit working families' pocketbooks hard and impacted consumers everywhere. But Saline River Farms is a prime example of one of the ways that we're countering those effects and uplifting the Illinois families and communities who need it most. This site, once ravaged by tornadoes a little over a decade ago, will finally have an opportunity to reach its full potential. Thanks to a $6 million grant from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, a $1.5 million grant through our state's meat and poultry supply chain program, and our EDGE tax credits. This facility will soon become a state-of-the-art 60,000 square foot USDA meat processing plant, improving our nation's food supply by producing hundreds of thousands of pounds of beef a day, while creating 400 new full-time jobs by 2026. That is worth celebrating. On top of that, we're creating dozens of construction jobs to build this state-of-the-art facility to get Saline River Farms up and running. More food getting to consumers' grocery aisles, and more jobs for hardworking Southern Illinoisans and Central Illinoisans too. It's a win-win. And crucially, I want to thank the Saline River Farms team for working with the Egyptian building trades to guarantee safe, good-paying jobs for workers from all across the region. Yeah. So this groundbreaking brings Creel Springs and its surrounding communities new opportunity, and I'm grateful to USDA and leaders in Williamson County for working together to help make today possible. And with that, it is my pleasure, always a great pleasure, to introduce a champion for Illinois communities, my partner in governance, our Lieutenant Governor, Juliana Stratton.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Governor Pritzker, for that warm introduction and for always uplifting the working families that make Illinois work. The governor has already acknowledged the agency leaders, elected officials, and stakeholders joining us today. So in the interest of time, I just want to say thank you all for playing your roles to move our great state forward. I do want to take a moment to just especially acknowledge the workers, the farmers, and the men and women of organized labor. Can we thank all of them for their role in making this happen? It is so great to be back in Southern Illinois and great to be here with all of you and mark another major step and our mission to ensure that every Illinoisan can live well, with good jobs, with food to eat, and with thriving local economies that uplift residents. You know, you'll often hear me say that ag connects us all, because it truly does, across all points in the supply chain. Behind every product in our grocery stores is a story of hardworking people in farms, facilities, and regions all over our state providing for us. And we say ag connects us all because when we join forces to create economic opportunities and feed communities at local, state, and federal levels, we go even further. This new chapter, beginning at Saline River Farms, is a testament to that. And this new state-of-the-art USDA meat processing plant will live on as proof of all that we can accomplish together. Thank you, and it is now my pleasure to introduce my good friend and a leader committed to supporting those feeding and growing Illinois, Illinois Department of Agriculture Director, Jerry Costello.
Thank you all. It's an honor to be here with you. As you all know, ag is the #1 industry in the state of Illinois, roughly a $25 billion annual economic impact. And this is what securing our food supply chain looks like. How about a big round of applause for everybody here that has made this happen? This is also what revitalizing Southern Illinois looks like. I come from Southern Illinois. I've got a 5th-generation family farm here in Southern Illinois. This is revitalizing Southern Illinois. A 60,000 square foot plant, 400 new jobs, up to 1,600 animals processed a day. That is absolutely incredible. All on 250 acres right here in Southern Illinois. Woo. And you know the reason that we are able to do this and help is because we've had 8 credit upgrades in the state of Illinois under the leadership of Governor Pritzker. How about a big round of applause? We're in a better fiscal shape right now than we've been in decades. Thank you all for being here.
I got you, Jerry. I got you.
And it's my pleasure to introduce to you Betsy Dirksen-Londrigan, our friend with Rural Development USDA.
I too am going to keep this brief. I just want to say I am so excited to be here and excited about this project. I feel like I could bust. This is what it should look like. This is President Biden seeing a need, Governor Pritzker seeing a need. More importantly, the community standing up and raising their hands and seeing a need that needs to be filled, private business stepping up. This is what happens when we all work together. And I think this is an amazing example of the power of the people. And this is going to be life-changing for Creel Springs and the region. This is going to be life-changing for people in Southern Illinois. And USDA's investment of $6.8 million in this is money very well invested. And with that, I want to introduce another fabulous partner, Senator Dale Fowler.
Thank you, Director. Good morning from the heartland of America. Yes. It's always, I always try to begin my remarks with just saying how thankful that I am for all the investments and opportunities that are coming and going to continue to come to Southern Illinois. And to my good friends here with Saline River Farms, congratulations. You know, I spent 16 years in my earlier years in the meat processing business. So I know firsthand how important this business is. And I was telling my buddy Steve Fowler over here that, you know, I think I could still debone a fresh ham in under 60 seconds. So I think he's going to challenge me to that at the ribbon cutting, right? So I look forward to that. So I'm gonna have to practice up just a little bit. And congratulations again to all those that are going to be employed here and our trades and workers that will benefit from the hundreds of construction jobs that I couldn't be prouder for. Governor Pritzker, thank you so much for your support and support of your administration, for your commitment to Southern Illinois prosperity. This is still just the beginning of great things to come here, right here in God's country. And I would like to take this opportunity to mention another amazing investment and opportunity coming soon to Southern Illinois. Last Thursday, Governor Pritzker and the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity announced the recipients of the Megasites Investment Program funded by the Rebuild Illinois Capital Funds. One of the goals of the Megasite program is to attract jobs and revitalization of areas that have been underutilized. There were 9 areas in the state that were selected, only 9 in the entire state. One of those areas is just a few short miles east of this location that we are here today. 1,040-acre tract of amazing property that includes water and rail that is being awarded $1,283,596. Job creators are continually looking for investment-ready sites here in Southern Illinois, and this site will be ready for opportunity. There is obviously so much more I could talk about today, but it's hot. So stay tuned for more exciting news for Southern Illinois. At this time, I would like to bring back to the podium Brent Clark. Thank you.
So we've only got a dozen more speakers to go through, so it should be within an hour we closed up. But no, in all seriousness, thank you for being with us this morning. We're going to move down here to the gold shovels and the sand pile, do the ceremonial groundbreaking.